Hi everyone. In this session, we are going to learn about ratios, rates, and proportions word problems. So, how do we set up proportions and what are ratios? And we have some questions which we are going to work out in this session, which will have a thorough explanation for ratios, rates, and proportions. So these are some word problems which we are going to solve in this session. So the first question says, if 20 machines produce 1240 printers in a day, how many more machines are needed to produce 1984 printers in a day? So there are four options given to you. That's 12, 20, 24, 32. So you can pause the video, you can try it yourself and then check out for the answers. So first we are going to set up a proportion. So whenever you're going to set up a proportion, here we are going to have a proportion of machines to printers, the number of machines to the number of printers. So we are going to set up a proportion of 20 machines to 1240 printers in a day is equal to that's written how many more machines are needed to produce 1904 printers in a day. So how many, we don't know, let it be x. There are x machines that are needed to produce 1984 printers in a day. So now we have set up a proportion. We are going to cross multiply. So when we cross multiply, we have x is equal to 20 multiplied by 1984 divided by, we already have 1240. Now when you solve for this, you're going to get 32. And this is the total number of machines that are produced. So what do? They are asking how many more are needed. How many more machines are needed? Whenever it says like this, you need to subtract from the total number. That's 32. 32 minus 20 will give you 12. So that means you need 12 more machines to produce 1984 printers in a day. That's it. Alright, let's see question number 2. So hopefully the answer is 12. That's your option A. Now let's move on to question number 2. Question number 2 here says, if 3/4 quarts of lemonade concentrate is mixed with 6 2/3 quarts of water to make lemonade for 40 people, how many quarts of lemonade concentrate are needed to make the lemonade for 24 people? So you have been given 4 options. You can try it yourself. And in this question, the proportion is from lemonade concentrate to the number of people. 6 2/3 quarts of water is just irrelevant. We are nowhere going to use 6 2/3 quarts of water. So we are going to set up a proportion for 3/4 quarts of lemonade is mixed with water to make lemonade for 40 people. So lemonade concentrate to the number of people. That's the proportion we are going to set up here. That's 3/4 quarts of lemonade concentrate to the number of people, that's 40, is equal to how many quarts, how many, whenever it says how many, we don't know, let it be x. How many quarts of lemonade concentrate are needed to make lemonade for 24 people? So that's upon 24. For 24 people, how many lemonade concentrate is needed? We don't know, let it be x. So now just to simplify, we need to cross multiply. So x is equal to 24 multiplied by 3/4. That's a full term, that's a fraction, 3/4, and it's divided by 40. So that's divided by 40. So now when you solve for this, that's 4 1s, 4 6 is 24, 2 20s and 2 3s is 6. 3 times 3 is 9 over 20. So that means 9 20 quarts of lemonade concentrate are needed to make the lemonade for 24 people? That's your option D. Alright, let's move on to question number 3. A machine produced 735 tapes in 5/1/4 hours. What fraction of the 735 tapes was produced in 1 hour? So here again we need to set up a proportion. So all we have to do is the number of tapes produced in 1 hour. You need to know how many tapes are produced in 1 hour. So that's just 735 divided by 5/1/4. And when you simplify, you can simplify mixed number to an improper fraction. That's 4 multiplied by 5, that's 20. 20 plus 1 is 21 divided by 4. And you can make this as a fraction, then solve for the two fractions, division of fractions, and you simply get the answer as 140. When you solve for two fractions, you get the answer as 140. The fraction of, now they are asking you what fraction of 735 tapes was produced in 1 hour. So you need to have a fraction as the answer. So 140 divided by how many tapes there were? 735. That's it. So when you solve for this, you just get 4/21. That's your option B. Okay, let's see for question number 4. A 32 acres field yields 768 bushels of corn each year. How many more acres are needed to yield 960 bushels of corn each year? So you have been given 4 options. You can try it yourself and then check out the answer. So now here we are going to set up a proportion for acres to bushels. Simple. Nothing else is given. So 32 acres, for 32 acres field, it yields how many bushels? 768, which is equal to how many, we don't know. Let it be x, we don't know. For how many bushels are there? 960. That's how we set up a proportion, and then we cross multiply. And when you cross multiply, x is equal to 32 multiplied by 960 divided by 768. And when you solve for that, the answer is 40. But there's nowhere in the options 40. So that means you have still not finished your answer. This is the total number of acres. How many acres are more needed? How many more? I told you in the previous question as well, whenever they are asking for more acres, that means you have to subtract from the total number of acres 40 minus 32, and that will give you 8 more acres are needed. 8 more acres are needed to yield 960 bushels of corn each year. That's what it means. Okay, now let's try out question number 5. Question number 5 says, the length of a rectangle is 8 inches longer than the width. If the ratio of the length to perimeter is 5:16, what is the area of the rectangle? So there are 4 options. You can try it yourself and then you can look on for the answer. Okay, so here we have the ratio. You need to check out what proportion you're going to have. Here we are having ratio of length to perimeter. You need to understand the question first. What are they asking? They are having a ratio of length to perimeter and they're asking you the area of the rectangle. So area as at the last, which we are going to calculate. We first need to form the ratio of length to perimeter. Now you have been given that length and width are so and so. So let us write down what is the width. Let width be equal to x because we don't know. And what is the length? Length of the rectangle is 8 inches longer. That means 8 inches more than the width. So x plus 8. This is your width. X plus 8 is the length of the rectangle. Now you need to have a proportion for length to perimeter. So you need to find out the perimeter. So what's the perimeter of a rectangle? 2 lengths plus 2 breadths. 2 times, I'm going to substitute back. the values x plus 8 plus 2 breads, that's 2x. So 2x plus 8 times 2 is 16 plus 2x, that is 4x plus 16. So this is your perimeter. Now you can easily have a proportion, form the ratio of length to perimeter. So that's your length to perimeter is equal to, what is your length given? X plus 8 divided by, what is your perimeter? 4x plus 16 is equal to, what is the ratio given? 5:16. So that means 5/16. That's your proportion. Now you just need to cross multiply and solve for the value of x. That 16 times x plus 8 is equal to 5 times 4x plus 16. So this is 16x plus 16 times 8 will give you 128. 5 times 4 is 20x plus 16 times 4 will give you 80. And now bring all the like terms one side. 20 minus 16x will give you 4x. 128 minus 80 will give you 48. So x is equal to 48 divided by 4. That's equal to 12. So your value of x is 12. Now just substitute back. X is 12. Alright, this is 12. And what is 12 plus 8? Your length will be 20. Now is it easier for you to solve for the area of the rectangle? What is the area of the rectangle? I'll write it here. Area of the rectangle is length into width. That's equal to 12 times 20. 12 times 2 is 24. And a 0, that's 240 square inches. That's your option C. Okay. So let's solve for question number 6. If 12 grams of coffee cost X dollars and each gram makes Y cups of coffee, what is the cost of 1 cup of coffee in terms of X and Y? So here what do we have? We are going to set up a proportion of cost in dollars to the number of cups. Now we need to find out how much does the each gram cost. The cost for each gram is equal to, now 12 grams of coffee cost X dollars. So you have a ratio of X over $12. X over $12 for each gram of coffee. The cost for each gram of coffee is X over $12. Okay, now let one cup of coffee, we are going to find out 1 cup of coffee. Let it be D because we don't know. We have already taken X and Y. So let us take D dollars. So the cost of 1 cup of coffee, CUP. 1 cup of coffee, let it be as D dollars. Okay, and now we are going to set up a proportion to find the cost of 1 cup of the coffee. So that's just equal to cost for each gram of coffee X over $12 for Y cups of coffee. We don't know, there are Y cups of coffee, which is equal to D dollars for 1 cup of coffee. That's it. You have set up a proportion. Now you need to cross multiply to find the value of D. So Y into D is equal to X over 12. So D is equal to X over 12 multiplied by Y. As Y is getting multiplied here, it will divide the other side. So you have X over 12Y. That's your option D. Alright, so if at all you like this session, guys, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Share it with your friends as well. And I really need your support. Even your one comment is really helpful for me. Even your one share is really helpful for me. Thank you so much, guys. Please keep supporting like this. Thank you so much. And for more such sessions, please do subscribe. Keep your notifications on. I'll be coming up with more new sessions like this. And if at all you want me to take up some sessions according to your chapters or topics, you can message me in the comment box, and I'll be replying to that. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.